Okay, so before we get into this get ready with me, I just wanted to come on here first and say this hairstyle, this claw clip hairstyle, is going to be a separate video than this one. In this video, I just wanted to sit down, get ready, and just talk about a few things. It's no set list of things. I just got on here and started talking, so let's get into the video. So I'm sure I recorded an intro to this before I come on here. So hi, when was the last time we did one of these videos? It's been so long since we did a like sit down makeup kind of video. Like I think years, to be quite honestly, if we don't count that one video during Vlogmas. But yeah, I just want to try some new things with the YouTube channel. I mean, why not? We have been vlogging mostly, so I figured like let's sit down and just talk about some random stuff for a while, because why not? But hold on, let me focus on this first. Alright, so I did my brows. Now I'm gonna use this Fenty primer, this little Fenty Beauty primer. Which one is this? The True Matte Pro Filter Mattifying Primer. I think I told y'all before, but I like to buy travel size items unless it's something that I know for sure I'm going to be using like that. This was my first time trying the Fenty primer, so I don't go out and buy like full size products unless I know for a fact that I'm gonna like it. There are sirens day in and day out in Atlanta, all day, every day, and each time they pass by, I just like say a prayer for wherever they're going, because you just never know. So I guess it's only fitting that the first thing we start off with is talking about YouTube, because I kind of just want to vent real quick, and I don't talk about this often, like with period, and definitely not with people, but I just want to talk about the fact that my channel has been stuck at 14,000 subscribers for years at this point. Like I have had 14,000 subscribers on here since I want to say maybe the end of 2019. I think the end of 2019 I've had the same amount of subscribers. Like I've lost subscribers, but it's been at 14,000 since that year. And I know I lost subscribers that time when YouTube like purged old accounts and stuff. They had did like this thing where they purged a lot of accounts, but anyway, I have been at 14,000 subscribers for years at this point, and I'm just like, I know that YouTube prioritizes certain content, so I get that, but also it's like, how do you grow a YouTube channel now? Like I think it was easy for people to find you years ago because YouTube would just like push out, you would watch something and then they would push out like, oh, here, you might like this person too. But now, even I noticed it with my own like viewership, when I watch someone's channel, I'll go like over to the side where the recommended is, like recommended videos, and it'll recommend me channels and videos that have nothing to do with what I just watched. And so it's even been hard for me to find new YouTubers I like. Like I personally, I'm not knocking it when I say this, but personally I'm just not that into the luxury YouTubers. Like I'm just not, because that's not the life that I live. Maybe if, you know, I lived that life, I would be more into that, but that's just not the life I live and the lifestyle that I have. So I try to find YouTubers that not necessarily live the same life I live, but YouTubers that, I don't want to use the term are real people, because everybody's a real person, but y'all know what I mean. You know what I mean. Like I try to find YouTubers that, for lack of better terms, aren't necessarily in the luxury YouTuber space. And again, I'm not knocking it, I'm just saying that's not the lifestyle that I live. So I like to find new YouTubers and stuff, and been like digging really hard. Like I've actually gone through the YouTube search and went like pages and pages trying to find black vloggers, specifically black female vloggers who live a regular life. And it's just hard because YouTube is also not prioritizing that kind of content for people. At one point I was even thinking, is my channel shadow banned? Like, why have I been at the same amount of subscribers for all of this time? So I don't know what's going on. I don't know. This is the e.l.f. Hold on, I'll tell you in a second. Hello. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry down just a tad bit, and I'm gonna take this e.l.f. I think it's called, yeah, putty blush in the color Bali. Looks like this. Looks like that. But I kind of forgot what I was talking about, and I'm just gonna take some of it and tap it onto my cheeks. All right, now that's just gonna serve as like the base for when I go back with my other blush. Okay, I don't want to talk about the YouTube thing anymore, but what else did I want to talk to y'all about? Beyonce announced that she's going on tour today. She announced it this morning. I kind of thought, because last night they were like, oh, you know how it is, like, oh, Beyonce is gonna announce her tour dates tomorrow. And I was, at first I was like, but then she actually did drop the tour dates. She is coming to Atlanta, but she's coming during a weekday. I think she comes on like a Thursday in August. And the thing about working in like film and television is that it's not like a 9 to 5, like, and it's not like a job where you know what awaits you the next week. Like, you just don't know what your next week is gonna look like, and so you don't know what your next day is gonna look like. So I was like, oh, why is she coming on a weekday? Why is she coming on a weekday? But I signed up for the ticket sale thing just to see, you know, if it's possible for me to get a ticket to it. If so, cool. But I'm trying to practice the law of detachment, which is basically like you just let things go. Like, you let flow, you let it go, and you don't like attach yourself to too many outcomes, because once you do that, that's when you start running into some issues. And I don't think I told y'all, but I'm doing makeup because I plan on recording a video tonight, later tonight, because it is Black History Month. Happy Black History Month. And Black History, I have a Black History podcast. If you enjoy listening to podcasts, the name of it is Black History Moments. It's on Spotify, it's on Apple, wherever you can listen to your podcast, it's on there. Again, it's called Black History Moments, and you'll see like by Shaakira White or whatever when you search for it. I haven't posted a new one of those since maybe 2020, and I'm not proud of that. But my goal, one of my goals for this year, is to relaunch that podcast, because I really do enjoy Black history. I love Black history. I love us. I love us, and so I love learning new things about us, things that we've done, and I love sharing what I've learned with people, because, you know, when you're in school, you get the very surface level version of Black history. Like, you get, it's like, it goes, when you're in school, it goes, there was slavery, there was the civil rights movement, now we're in today. But there's so much like before slavery, there's so much right after slavery and before segregation and Jim Crow, and there's so much after segregation, well, integration after integration, and like leading up to today, but we just don't hear about that stuff. And so I took it upon myself to make a platform that would, you know, bring light to those stories, and I thoroughly enjoy it. I just hadn't been doing it. And again, not proud of it, but there is just so much work that goes into that podcast, because it's like, you have to research. Well, first of all, I have to find somebody that I actually want to talk about. Because the thing is this, sometimes you can find somebody, like I was doing some research yesterday and I found somebody that I thought I wanted to talk about, and then once I started digging a little deeper, I found out some things about him that I just didn't agree with, and I was like, never mind. So I have to do a lot of research on those people before I talk about them and before I share their stories with people. And then also I have to like sit down after the research to script out those episodes. And then, you know, I'm a one-man band. I literally am a one-man band. I am the talent, the editor, the researcher, the writer. I'm everything. So it just becomes a lot. If I had like a team, it would be so much easier for me to get stuff done, but I don't. It's just me at this point. I don't have a team yet. But one day I will, and then it'll be a lot easier for me to, you know, see things through. But right now it's just a little bit difficult because I'm doing it all solo dolo. All right, I'm using my tried and true BH. Is it BH? No. Oh girl, that is a throwback. BH Cosmetics. No, this is Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. This is Dark to Deep. Black Radiance. I mean, not Black Radiance. BH Cosmetics. I remember them. Are they still a thing? I don't know. But I use the one in the middle right here. So for this month, the month of February, we as in me, I'm doing a social media, like, I don't want to call it a cleanse, but like a social media break, I guess. I want to do 1 hour a day, literally 1 hour per day social media. That's it, just 1 hour. And even that might sound like 1 hour, that's a long time. When you are on TikTok, or if you are like on Twitter and stuff, not so much Instagram, you can literally like get on there, see what you need to see and hop off. But when you're on Twitter and TikTok, an hour passes fast. And I'm just like, this thing is soaking up so much time that I could be using for other things, you know, so much time. So this month, and I figure why, you know, the perfect time to do it is during this month, the short month, just to get like your feet wet. And then after this, who knows? But I'm like, I need a break from social media. So my limit is an hour a day, and I've already blocked off time for in the mornings when I post. Oh, also because it's Black History Month, on my Black History Moments podcast page, every morning there is a new Black History Month fact up there. So if you like Black history, you can follow that page, and every day you'll get a new fact. So I block off some time in the mornings just so that I can make sure that that is posted. I schedule them in advance, but I just like to go and look at it again before it posts, just to make sure like I didn't miss any typos or anything like that. So yeah, that's gonna be my first half of the day, and then the next half is like entertainment whenever I want to use the rest of my minutes in my hour for social media. Something I've been thinking about a lot is like overconsumption in the sense of like, I hate to say Americans, but us, and how overconsumption, like social media has kind of, I think we were always like over consumers, but social media has just made it even worse because it makes us feel like we have to have this product and we have to have this thing. Like if we get this thing, then life will be better. And what made me think about it is like mostly TikTok, because you know how like you see a TikTok and it's like people say you know, walk, don't run, to go and get this, and then people go and buy this thing simply because they saw people talk about it on TikTok. And it's just like, that is, and then it's like, how much of it do you actually use after you tried it that one time? Like, and then you end up hoarding and having all of these different products and stuff. And I also think about it in the makeup sense too. Like, I have found products that I thoroughly enjoy and I just want to stick to those products. Like, I finish something. Okay, this is the other thing, and I know I'm hopping around, but like, it's just a train of thought. The other thing is that I have been teaching myself to finish things first before I buy something else. So for example, if I see a lotion on TikTok that I want to try, or like a shower gel or something like that I want to try on TikTok, I will finish what I have first before I go buy that thing. And it just helps me to not just be buying stuff just to buy it, or because I saw it on TikTok. And also, I just get like a strange satisfaction from finishing a bottle of something. Like when I finish a bottle of shower gel or a lotion or a perfume or anything, really, like when I finish something, I'm like, yes, yes. And I know it might sound weird, but it's like I literally feel like that. I feel like, yay, I finished it. I just personally don't like having a ton of stuff. Like, I don't see the need to have 5 bottles of different lotions, like body lotions. I don't know, I just don't see the need to have it. And again, I'm not knocking you if you do. I'm not knocking you if you do, but I just, like, for me, I just like to finish things before I start new ones. And that also might be like a mental thing too for me, because I have a tendency to start projects and not finish them, like creative projects, and not finish them, or like think about things and brainstorm them out, and then it takes me like a year to see it through. So that also might be a part of it. I don't know. In this new month of February, I want to just do better, be better. I don't feel like I did as much as I could have done in January, because I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I was like wallowing in my own misery a lot of days, like because some things just haven't turned out how I thought they were gonna turn out, or like things didn't pan out how I thought they were gonna pan out and stuff like that. And so some days it would just be really hard for me to even get up out of the bed. I'm not gonna lie. Like, or I'll just get out of the bed and like get on the computer, send some emails, and then just like, that's it. And that would be it, because I would just be like, I wasn't depressed, but I was just like sad, to be quite honest, about some stuff. So I woke up this morning, well, last night, January 31st, I sat down and I got my iPad and I was just like writing things that I wanted to get done today, this video being one of them. So I did this. I edited a bar cart tour and I uploaded that, so that should be out in a few days. And I have other things that I need to do today that I wrote on that list, because I was like, if I accomplish these things, it's like a reminder to myself that, you know, you are more than capable of doing stuff. Like, you can do this. Although things may not feel good right now, it doesn't mean that they are bad, you know? It doesn't mean that this season in your life is inherently bad for you. And I feel like God is just trying to talk to me I think that he has been using this time to like communicate something with me. And I would be lying if I told you I knew what it was. I would be lying if I told you I knew what it was. I don't. But I feel like he just needed me to have this time to like not be consumed with something else. And so now I'm trying to lean into that, like, and just listen to him, listen to what he's trying to tell me during this season. I do know that one thing I have been hearing him say is like just to trust him. And it's like, it's one thing to say, yeah, I trust you, like as long as things are going well in our lives. It's easy to be like, yeah, I trust God, you know, he's working everything for my good, like everything works in my favor when things are going good. It's easy to say that. When things don't seem to be going that well, it's kind of hard to say that. So I will be honest, because it's like a little part of me has, okay, my camera cut off, but I'm not sure at what part. But I was saying that a little part of me has been like, especially last month, has been like, you know, yeah, I trust you, but not necessarily meaning it when I say it, because I can't see the end. I can't see the end. And God knows all, sees all, is Alpha and Omega, works everything out in our favor in accordance to his plan and his will and his timing. But when his timing is not lined up with ours, it's like, okay, what are we doing here? Ooh, what's going on? Did you forget about me? Don't forget about me. And he's like, I didn't forget about you. Like, just hold tight. Like, just be faithful. And it's like, okay. And then an hour later, like, hey, did you forget about me? And he's like, no. So yeah, that's what it's been feeling like. It just feels like I'm trying my hardest to be faithful and to trust God. And these are very like human conversations and feelings, because I mean, you know, one thing that kind of bothers me sometimes is like, I don't want to say it bothers me, but I think it downplays the full human experience when you have a relationship with God. Is that like, people will be like, you just gotta trust God. If you don't trust God, like, you don't love God. And God, you know, it's just like a you know, like it's like that. And a lot of times, I hope this doesn't ruffle any feathers, but people in the church will be like, you know, giving you this sunshine, everything is peaches and cream version of God and your journey with God and your relationship with God. But it's like, give people the real. Some days you are not gonna feel up to praying. Some days you are going to be upset with God. Some days you are gonna be like, this is all for nothing. And that's okay. I think sometimes in the church, people will be, if you went in there with and said what I just said, people will be like, how dare you? And it's like, no. Because one thing that I started doing last year, I'm trying to find my eyelash glue, hold on, found it. Okay, so one thing I started doing last year was reading my Bible. You know how it says study to show yourself approved? That's what I want. Like, I want to read it myself. I might not understand everything, I might not, you know, comprehend everything that's in there, but I want to read it myself, right? I want to know what's in there. I want to know for myself. And so one of the things I read, I think it was last week, because I read it before bed, but I have missed the last 2 nights because I've like fallen asleep. It had to be like last week or maybe over the weekend. But I'm in Exodus, and it's the part where it's like Moses is getting the commandments from God, right? Like, he goes up into the mountain and God comes down as like he appears as like a cloud. And so And what got me on this one is like, God gives Moses these tablets to go and tell the people, this is what I need from them, this is how things should be. And when Moses gets back, like Moses is, you know, talking to God for a while, when he come back, these people done made a calf, a golden calf, because they have found somebody else to worship. And that just goes to show you how fickle people can be. Like, even today, you know how today, like, people can love you 1 hour and the next hour 50 people hate you, and you're like, what in the world? But that just shows you how fickle people can be. But anyway, God gets upset that they have done this. God got upset, y'all. God was upset that they did this. And Moses tells him like, oh, just calm down, don't worry about it, it's no biggie, we got it. Then Moses goes and sees for himself what they have done, and he get mad. Like, how you just told God to calm down and now you mad. And he breaks the tablets that God just gave him to go share with the people. He break them, and he ends up having to go back later and like get new tablets. God gives him new tablets. But anyway, when that happened, I had like stopped and I was just thinking, because I try to like think about what I just read, and I was thinking like, I know like the Bible says be slow to anger, and you should be slow to anger, but it doesn't say don't be angry. It says be slow to anger. So meaning like, don't just every minute, every second you upset about something, you just like flying off the handle. Moses was upset, and God loved Moses, and God loves all of us, right, equally. So if Moses could be upset, so can you. But I just feel like sometimes in church we don't get that. We get like the very either surface level version, or the version that discounts the full human experience. That's what I think personally. I'm gonna put these on and I'll be right back.
They don't really know about me. How did you look for me?
Alright, to top it off, I'm gonna use this Bella blush in the color. It looks like this. It's very pretty. It's the color, okay, it's by Juvia's Place. I'm like, who's Bella? Is the name of it Bella? Okay, we're gonna say the name of it is Bella, and it's by Juvia's Place. Alright, so kind of hopping, I want to go back real quick to the thought process of like overconsumption in Americans, because I want us to do better with like consuming a lot of stuff, especially stuff we don't necessarily need like that. I was thinking that I would start a series on my channel that is about re-wearing your clothes. Like, so basically it would simply, so put in the simplest form, it's just me taking a piece from my clothes, say it be a white button down, say it be a jean jacket, say it be a pair of wide leg denim pants, and giving you options, like maybe, I don't know, 4 to 5 options on how to wear that one piece of clothing, because you need to rewear your clothes. You don't have to keep buying all this stuff. Like, that's the problem. And if you are someone who likes to donate clothing, what I do is, which you may want to consider, is I will take my clothes to a local shelter for unhoused people, and you just drop the clothes off, and they have these clothes closets that they can go and pull from. So I take my clothes there. I don't take my clothes to Goodwill anymore. I don't take them to the Salvation Army. I think that they are better off at shelters, because people can have access to them for free. Now, I did this lip combination the other day that I loved it so much, but I kind of can't remember it. I'm gonna see if I can recreate it though. I think it was this. I know it was this, and I want to say, is this it? No, this isn't even open. Where is that thing? Y'all, it was so pretty. I can't find the liner I used, but is this the same? This is the same one, but where's the one that's open? Ah, I found it. Here it is. Okay, let me show y'all what I did the other day. It was so cute to me. Let me show you. So this is the black brown. It's an eye pencil, but I don't care. Like, NYX, when it comes to their eye pencils and their lip pencils, I honestly think that they are exchangeable. I'll use like an eye pencil as a lip pencil and vice versa. So this is black brown. Okay, align with that first. Then my friend Abigail told me about this. This is Colored Rain in Mocha. I've had this for a while now, but I took this and I went over the liner with this so it wouldn't budge. I think I went right in with this. Let's see. Yep, that's it. That's what I did. So this is the NYX Butter Gloss in Angel Food Cake. LA Girl setting spray. Not my favorite setting spray at all, but simply because I'm going to be in the house today, so it's not going to matter. I'm just going to put this all over. I don't want to waste my Morphe or my milk. Like, I want to save these for days I actually have to go somewhere. So that's going to be all for this Get Ready With Me. As you can see, I went and did my hair off camera. Well, off camera is going to be another video. So if you want to see how I got this claw clip style, there will be another video uploaded. It may already be up, I don't know, girl, but it's a separate video than this one. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you will stick around for more videos like this. See you in the next one. Bye.